And it's this: big miracles open up more big opportunities. Do you get that? It's not about you getting a miracle. Sometimes that's what we want. We want the miracle. And God does care about our miracle. And He wants our prayers to be answered. And He wants us to have relief from the things that we're struggling with, right? But big miracles simply open up more big opportunities for you in your life. I want you to go back to the text as we look at it again, verse 27. The jailer woke up to see the doors open, and he assumed the prisoners had escaped, so he drew his sword to kill himself. But Paul was still there. Paul shouted to him, "Do not kill yourself. We are here." Guys, I don't know about you, but if I was Paul and Silas, I would have been out. Anybody? No? I'm telling you right now, I've never been in an earthquake and had anything good happen. Right? I'm praying, I've been beaten, I'm kind of a little bit annoyed. It's been a really bad 28 hours of my life right now. Boom, earthquake happens, doors open up, shackles fall off, goodbye. I mean, I'm out, man. I don't know, Paul, you want to hang around? I'm gone, right? I would have been gone, right? I would have been like, hey, Paul, listen, we can get out of here. We've heard this happen before. We can get out of here. We can go back and tell everybody how awesome God is, and we can get a good night's sleep, get something for our wounds, and then we can move on, right? See, Paul realized that what they had all just experienced was a miracle, but there was also an opportunity. That God wasn't done. That the big miracles that happened because they worshiped, they brought new opportunities, right? And it's amazing that all the prisoners also stayed behind. Notice what Paul said? He said, "Don't kill yourself. We are all here." Imagine how crazy it was that you're surrounded with other prisoners. Maybe they were murderers, rapists, thieves, and what they just witnessed caused them to sit in their cell. Anybody? I don't know what just happened, but everybody stayed. Nobody ran for their lives, right? So Paul shouts to the jailer, "Don't kill yourself." The jailer calls for the lights. He ran to the dungeon, fell down trembling before Paul, and then he brought them out and asked, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" You know what happens when we worship through opposition and people see it? You know this in your life. People are going to want to know what's different about you. Anybody been there? They might not understand it or believe it, but they're watching what happens in your life. They're going, "Why? How come you can get out of bed? How come you're still putting your faith in Jesus? How come you haven't cursed God and said, forget Searchlight Church, Pastor Chris, and all those stupid people over there? Your life is going in the toilet. Curse God and be done with Him." But you don't do that. You keep going back to church. You keep singing that dumb song. "This is how I fight my battles." They're like, you're just dumb. You just checked your brain at the door. You don't even understand what's going on. No, this is how I fight I'm just trusting God, right? And then all of a sudden, prison doors open up. Things start to be clear. People want to know what's going on in your life. The big worship that brings big miracles will open up big opportunities for you to grow the big church, right? The jailer asked this, verse 31, "How can I be saved?" They said, "Believe in the Lord Jesus and you will be saved along with everyone else." And they shared the word of the Lord with them, right? It says even at that hour of the night, the jailer, who probably was a really hardened person himself. I don't think you worked in a Roman jail because you're like a nice guy. It says he bound up their wounds. He took care of them. Like something is going on here supernatural, right? He said him and his family accepted Jesus right there on the spot. I don't know where they got baptized. I don't know. I doubt there was a baptismal tank in the prison. I don't know. 2 o'clock in the morning, they all go out, they dunk in the river. Maybe we know that they went to the jailer's home. Right? Could have been 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how long this took before the sun came up, but they went to his home, shared the message with the family. Everybody gave their lives to Christ. Everybody was baptized, and they had a meal together, guys. First, there's a big opportunity. Then there's a big opposition. Then the response is big worship, and it's followed by a big miracle, which led to another big opportunity. You guys see the cycle? This is why, guys. It happened over and over again for 2,000 years. This is why we're here in 2022, because of that cycle. It's why you're sitting in these chairs today. It's why we can plant churches, and there's people out there that live within walking distance of this neighborhood. They live in your neighborhood, and they don't know Jesus. They're trying to figure out life, and they can't figure. And they look at the world, and they know some things are not right, but they don't know what the answers are. And you're part of the big church. And God's doing big miracles in your life, and He's going to open up big opportunities for you to continue the cycle. We're here in 2022 presented with big opportunities as we continue to be part of the fulfillment of the prophecy that Jesus said to Peter. Remember what he said? I will build what? My church. I will build my ecclesia. We said that like in week 1 or 2. I will build my gathering, guys. Not a building, not a facility, not an event, not a program, but I will build my movement on these cycles of big things, right? And the gates of hell will not prevent it.